All right, guys, welcome back to you're back with Beamer and Son Garage. Welcome back to the blog. Um, Today we're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna go out here and look at this great car that I bought um, 10 years ago, probably longer than that. Probably like 12 or 13 years ago. I bought this car, and it's a cool '66 Pontiac Catalina. Or excuse me, this is a '66 Pontiac Tempest. There's my red Mach 1. I just love this car. I really need to get back on this car. I got a tire to replace this one here that's flat. And I just put a console in this car. I showed the Mach 1. Then we'll get over to the other one. There's the new console my son bought for me last year at the Pumpkin Run. It's pretty cool. And there's some parts that we've been piling up in there. And some more parts and some more parts. There's a horn button. All kinds of stuff we've been collecting for this car. Somebody shot my window out right here, so I had to buy a window offline off eBay. And I haven't put the kick panel back on here on the side bodywork panel, the side panel for the interior. But it's just cool, you know. It's an original Mach 1. It's a '69 Mach. It's factory original. It's been my car since 1982. I bought it off the original owner. The guy was a fireman for the fire department of Union Township out in the east side of Cincinnati. They call it Union Township, and he was a fireman. And he drove this car to his fire runs. So a guy by the name of Paul Haber owned this. And it was bought from him. And there's the VIN number on it. 9T02H. The H is the engine code. It's a 351 Windsor 2-barrel. And 218776. Then there's, of course, the tag on the door. I got all the tags on the door. And here you got, let's see here. Got 636 T5 3A. It tells you the rear end, the transmission. 255 47 65. Basically, it's a 4-speed car, factory original car with a factory 4-speed. It's got a 9-inch with a 350 gear. And this car is an original '69 Mach 1. And it still retains its original engine, numbers matching transmission. Now that door is all banged up, and I've left it like that. Back in my heyday, and I had to change that fender too. I built this car up. Kevin Mahorny, I owned a shop called the Mach Shop, machine shop. Kevin Mahorny took the engine, I took it to him, he rebuilt it. He punched it 30 over, put 10.5 TRW flat top pistons in it with a special cam that he spec'd out, and a torque or two single plane aluminum intake with a 750 dual line Holley carburetor. Then the transmission went to Amco, and they replaced third gear and rebuilt the transmission, and the rear end's still all original. And when I put this car together, believe me, I tore the streets up with it. I went up against guys with big block Charger 440s, 454 for Chevelles, you know, regular fuel, you know, gasoline aspirated, no nitro, no spraying it, you know, no fog, and no one could touch me in this car. I outrun everybody in the little town that I lived in. I ran everybody that was the run, and no one could touch me. Well, in those days, I drank, and I drank, and I drank, and I drank. And one night, I was out at a bar called Annie's Bar and Grill, and we were drinking Long Island iced teas, me and my great friend Steve Sims. And I had one too many, and we left that bar going to another bar, and I put this thing up against a guardrail at over 135 miles an hour. And how we survived and how we, you know, lived is still remarkable. Destroyed the fender. I changed it out with another fender I had laying around, a used one. The door still retains its battle scars from that night. And you can see I got into the guardrail right there, and that started in that headlight bucket. And it took the fender totally out, and the door, and the quarter pound took some damage too. It's dented right in here. And I had these real wide tires that stuck out. Well, the rim and tire took most of the damage, and of course it blew the tire. And that probably, you know, took a lot of the impact. And the quarter here got it too. You can see the damage of the quarter there, right in here. And it got that's a new bumper I put on there. Got that too. So it wiped out the whole side of it. And I quit drinking soon after that. It wasn't too long after that my drinking days are over. But I did continue to drink after it. But eventually I did quit. And I leave that there as a reminder of, you know, what alcohol and driving, you know, can do, you know. But that's the, you know, that's the history of the Mach. That's the history of her. You know, this car here was wanted by every local police officer in the town I lived in. They were really after me. But this was my means of destruction. This was, you know, my heaven on wheels. And in this case, it was hell on wheels, because I really raised a lot of hell in that car. Had some fun in that car. But me and this car has been through, you know, we've been to hell and back together, you know. So that's why I do got another door skin for it. I may, you know, skin that door or just hang another door on it. I really don't know. But as it is, it stays as a, you know, stands a testament to the days when I was young and crazy and wild. But that's not the reason we came on here. I couldn't get by the Mach 1 without talking about her, because it's my favorite car. So we went over there and showed you a little bit on it. This is my great dog, Angus. Hey, Angus, baby, what's going on? What you doing, baby? Eating some grass, huh? He's always got an upset stomach. But this car out here, I bought it like 12 years ago. It's a 66 Pontiac Tempest. And I bought the car with the intentions of fixing it. Well, the guy was a machinist, and the engine went bad, 6-cylinder, and he pulled the engine out of it. So he come across another engine. He said it was both of these engines he had that were in pieces, and it was a 6-cylinder inline overhead cam engine that was made famous by John DeLorean. John DeLorean had designed this engine, and it was very popular. And there it is. It's a 66 Tempest custom 4-door. And it's a custom right there. So the interior's got a custom interior in it. And we bought it with no engine, had transmission, dry shaft, and that was it. And there it is. Overhead cam, 6-cylinder, emblem on the fender. So I found a buddy of mine that had a 350. And so I bought it. I bought the 350. And so I went to a buddy of mine, Johnny Morehouse, and I put the engine in there. So it's an engine that came out of Le Mans, a 72 Le Mans. I paid $100 for it. And I didn't even buy it. Should I say, I didn't pay for it. My son, Ryan, did. So my great son bought the motor for Dad. We took the car and the motor to Johnny Morehouse's. I put it up on a cherry picker, slammed it in there, bolted up to the transmission, and set the chassis mounts and the motor mounts down on the frame. And my great friend Johnny Morehouse welded the chassis mounts to the you know, cross member under there, the engine cradle. And then he ran these dual exhausts on it all the way out. And you can see it, and the dual exhaust looks like it's in the mud. Yeah, it's sitting down too far, and tires are flat. And the cobwebs everywhere. And I plumbed it. You can see the fuel line. I did a bunch of work to it, and my son bought a radiator. We still need to finish hooking it up and belts and, you know, getting the radiator, you know, completed, you know, in there, you know, completed, bolted in there. It's just sitting in there. And we did get to run. And after Johnny Morehouse got done putting the exhaust on it, Johnny said, it's a shame. He says, you know, I just put exhaust in this car. You'll never hear it run. Well, last year we heard it run. I did a trade with my son, and you can see the tailpipe there. There's two of them. There's another one's over there by the weeds, underneath the weeds over there. It's got dual exhaust with cherry bombs, and it sounds really good. And the trade I did was, my son had this Skylark down here, and I wanted this Skylark. He bought it, and at the time, I didn't have any money. I was no longer working a steady job. I was just barely paying the rent at where I was living at, and no money extra. So my son bought the car that I was chasing for 10 years. I chased that 71 four-door Skylark for 10 years, and after 10 years, the guy decided he wanted to get rid of it. And I wanted it, so my son bought it. Well, I couldn't get the car because it belonged to my son. So I ended up doing a trade. I traded my Pontiac, that my son had bought the engine, and I had bought the body. And then he actually paid Johnny Morehouse for the welding and exhaust in that car. And I traded him for that. So that's my car, and that's my son's car. So it's a pretty cool car. It does run, have the air tires up, and it'll only run very short distance. You know, it doesn't have any coolant in it. You know, the radiator's not, bolted up. You know, it's just sitting in there. But we can drive it, around the property, just from like point A to point B. And that's it. So that's the car I wanted to show you guys. The 66 Tempest. And it's a super cool car. Like I said, it belongs to my son now. It's his car. It's a four-door, and he likes the four-doors. And there's the inside of it. Pretty cool dash. Interior is pretty clean. Ooh, there's some rodents going on there, and insulation on the floor. Yeah. There's going to be mice in it. Out in these fields over here. This is an old farm where we're at. So, it's complete. And windshield wiper motor, master cylinder, steering column. It's a complete car. It just needs finished up. So hopefully we're going to get to that very soon. I got to finish this Barracuda. And then once I get this Barracuda out of my hair, I'm going to start on this car. And then he's got a Skylark up there that we're going to start on. That's going to be for another episode. We'll show the back of the Skylark. There it is, that black Skylark right there. That'll be for the next episode of Beaver and Son Garage. But as soon as I get this Barracuda done, really close on it. I don't have a lot to do to it. I got to check the rear end, and we're going to probably throw some spark plugs in it, throw a tune-up on it. I already changed the oil in it. Got it running again. I'm going to grease it. Like I said, fill the rear end up, tune it up. Got to fix the brake lights. Probably going to be a fuse or brake light switch. And I'm ready to start test driving this car. So we're real close to this car. And once I get that done and I get the car back to him, then I'm going to move it out of the way. And it's going to go out on the front line here. Probably going to go where my Skylark is, so it can be driven. These cars here are the front line here. And that car is going to come out. And what's going to happen is I'm going to pull that out of the way. I'm going to move the Zephyr out of the way. I wanted to do a trade with my buddy Jamie Phillips with that. I guess that's not going to happen. He's got an LTD that I want to see. And he won't show it to me. Show me that car. And if he would, I might be able to make a deal and deliver that car to him and make a trade with him and get that LTD. What's left of it, Jamie? I don't know. It had a passenger mirror in it. Passenger window. And front windshield, the chrome that I want. That goes up this window pillar and down, that piece of chrome. I want the motor, the transmission, the drive shaft, all that. It's, that's all in there. We got to trade. If not, probably ain't going to have a trade. I need the windshield too. But that station wagon windshield would work. If you could get JJ to cut that out, maybe we could still kind of work something out. And then I'm going to move that fan, and then I'm going to put some gravel in here. Once this car's out in the driveway and I'm working on it, I'm going to move that out of the way, probably move that van. I'm going to put some gravel in here and make some more parking spots. And that's what I'm going to do. So we'll have another 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 parking spots right here. So we're going to gravel this, all this right in here. We're going to gravel like I did over here. I shot some gravel in over here. You can still see some gravel, not much is there. but most of it's right here. But it ends real short and abrupt. It ends right there. So I need to extend this gravel out, just, long enough to back a car in. So I need to probably extend it out to probably right about here somewhere. And that's it. So I'm going to shoot some gravel over there, shoot some gravel over here, gravel that over there some, and then I'm done for a while. I'll be done. And we'll be having some more parking spots for the cars on what I like to call the front line. That's the front line there. Son's out in the van right now. That's why there's a gaping hole there. That's where he parks at, his van. But we're going to extend that out and have some more parking for the front line. So that's the plan. So we'll get on to that, and you'll have to, tune in. And I appreciate everybody watching the channel. Appreciate everybody comes back and watches. Appreciate all my subscribers, all the ones that hit the bell button, all the ones that leave the good comments. We got a Spanish guy that keeps chiming in. I guess it's my sister's boyfriend. Get a life, dude. Get a effing life, man. I'm sick of your sexual comments. I block this guy every time. I got a troll. It's pitiful, I just tell you this, punk. Judgment day is coming for you and the rest of them, okay? So, you're going to have to, you're going to face judgment one day. It's going to happen, believe me. One day, you're going to get yours. So, anyways, enough of that. Trolls. Uncle Tony, he likes them, I can't stand them. I can't stand somebody comes on my channel, leaves sexual comments, and, it's in Spanish. And guess what? This guy's Spanish. He's, Mexican or whatever he is. He's a foreigner. My brother, my sister, goes after, any man she can get her hands on. She's been through every white guy and black guys, and now she's, on the Mexicans, Jody, Yeah, nasty. So anyways, enough of that. Check out our next video, guys. And you'll see us working on that Barracuda, trying to finish it up. And we'll see you in the next Beamer and Son Garage. Check out our friends, Actions Auto Parts, Jamie Phillips. Great guy out of Stanford, Kentucky. Check out his channel. Also, his friend of mine, Auto Salvage Outlaws. Also, our buddy, Scott Speed Shop. We would never have been without Scott Speed Shop. Thank you, Scott Speed Shop. Thank you, Jedediah. Check out his channel. Check out them other channels, Hacks 2 Garage, 2 Hacks Garage. We like our battery production guys. J-Bo, Blake, Jeremy, we like all those guys. And we got a new friend, Pole Barn Garage. So check out all those channels. Subscribe to those guys, especially, Salvage Outlaws. He needs some help. And my friend, Jamie Phillips. Please, please, please subscribe to them two guys. And we'll see you on the next one, Beamer and Son Garage. Bye-bye. Ooh, 69 Mach 1. Ooh, 70 Cobra Chad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eleanor 2. Eleanor's 2. Bye-bye, guys.